What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, it's amazing to me how many of these guys is really like still like prisoners of the moment. Still stuck on that fight with Spencer Crawford like that was the greatest fight they ever seen in boxing. It was Crawford night. Clearly it was. And I can't say if it won't be his night again, but I can say I don't see what make y'all think Errol can't beat this dude just like he beat Spence. When you look back on it, before they took that last fight, Crawford did everything right, and Errol did everything wrong. Crawford fought twice that year. He fought. He fought. Was it Sean Porter? I forget who but he had a fight. I'm thinking it was Sean Porter, but Crawford fought like right before, a couple of months before Spence and Ugas fought that year. Spence and Ugas fought. Crawford fought again that year in November with y'all know I'm talking Avanesia. Earl he didn't take another fight because he was trying to get the fight with Crawford, and I think a lot of it was he was just enjoying being with his new girlfriend or whatever too. That might have had something to do with it, but bottom line, he didn't take a fight. Then he had the accident, and then he still didn't take no fight and jumped right back in the ring after being out almost 2 years. And before the fight with Ugas had been off almost 2 years before that. And you gonna go in here and fight the best fighter of your career. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt, thinking that if he was so dead set on giving away money and all the shit he did to get the fight with Crawford, it just, I figured he had been training the whole 16, 17 months he had been out the ring. But to be honest, once they had the media workout, it was clear then to me, the way he looked on the pads with Derrick James, that either he hadn't been working out good or their chemistry wasn't the same, because he didn't look good at all in that media workout, in my opinion. And I was a prisoner of the moment at that particular time because I was just going with Spence without really being realistic about the scenario and how it was set up and how Crawford stole all the leverage because Errol Spence allowed him to. You got to respect Crawford for standing his ground and not compromising on what he was and wasn't going to give up or do to have that fight. And Spence wanted that money so bad. That's really what it looked like to me. He was willing to do anything to go in there and get that big check, and he paid dearly for it. But unless y'all knew the boxing, this shit ain't like something that don't happen borderline consistently. If y'all don't remember, let me remind you. Marquez knocked Manny Pacquiao to sleep. I mean, we thought he was dead in the ring, and he came back and beat Marquez. Tim Bradley beat Manny, came back and beat Tim Bradley. Diego Corrales, when he beat Castillo came back and beat Corrales. I mean, this shit happened a lot in boxing. It's not the fight Andre Ward had with Kovalov. Andre Ward is like my second favorite fighter to Floyd Mayweather, but he lost that first fight to Kovalov, in my opinion. Came back and straightened his business in the rematch. This shit happens a lot when guys get the big head and go in the ring and underestimate a guy that's on your level and coming to win hungry. I take nothing away from Crawford in that fight. He fought a magnificent fight, and he came in there and showed that he's serious and he 100% about the boxing, and he older than Spence and he sunned him. He basically stole the A side from him. Real talk. If you watch how everything played out, it played out the way Crawford wanted it, way more so than Errol. Errol might have got the most money, but he got the bad end of the stick because he was more focused on that check. I said to the cows, come on, didn't win in the fight that last time. Now, a ass whooping and an embarrassment like what happened to him in the ring, I don't think he give. Now, yeah, he want the money, but he need to go in there and redeem himself. And he know it now. Sometimes a good ass whooping is just what it takes to get you back on point again. Because I think his head just got blew up after he went in there and blasted Ugas out of the ring like he did. And without training like he was supposed to and staying busy. And so, you know, sometimes you can start listening to that shit your friends and the people in your corner saying, and that shit can really get into a motherfucker head, especially when a lot of fighters, they pretty much had themselves shielded from everybody else. And they team, all they hear them say is how good you is. That's all they hearing all the time. So that show and tell had to happen. You know, I think the next fight gonna be a great fight, but they may not have it. Crawford ain't no damn fool. That's why he ain't no rush to just go take it. He know it ain't gonna be the same fight. He know it ain't gonna be the same fight. Now, I don't think he thought Errol was gonna disrespect him, but he definitely knew Errol had been out the ring for a long time. He was rusty. Crawford did what a good fighter do. He did his homework. I ain't taking nothing from him, but the fact that you motherfuckers sitting out here saying like he this unbeatable fighter, that's bullshit. I mean, come on, man. I mean, ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing. Anybody that put them gloves on can be beat, unless it's just like in the streets, unless you picking and choosing carefully who you fight. But when you fighting the next best man up, one of them gonna whoop your ass. That's it, point blank. Period. Happen to Spence. If they have a rematch, it's probably gonna happen to Crawford next time. Cause like I say, I've been watching Spence since the Olympics, and I've been watching Crawford too. And Spence is 10 times better fighter than what came in the ring that night. Real shit. You know. But at the same time, you gotta give respect to Bud because Bud did what not too many people thought he was going to do. He came out being the aggressor. Well, he didn't come out in the first round, but in the second round, fourth, fifth, and sixth, he came out being the aggressor, and he bullied the bully. What he did was made Spence fight going backwards instead of pressing forward all the way. Yes, Spence was trying to come forward after the fight started getting desperate, but to be honest with you, Bud was bagging him up, and I don't think he expected that. Bud was faster than I think he thought he was. He was popping that jab and that real good. That's why I say, man, you know, the stuff that happened, it ain't like it's gonna take. It ain't rocket science. What he got to do to go in there and and do better. I mean, that's part is damn near simple. All you gotta do is take another half step back when you ain't gonna work. Well, motherfucker can't just sit up there and touch you. I gotta say everything about that fight was off for him to me, but all I say is anybody thinking that because he lost that first fight, he ain't got no chance in the second one, you a damn fool. You know, now that ain't saying he gonna win, but I damn sure think he got a good chance at it. I really do. If they go in there and fight again, I think he got a damn good chance, and I'd be banking on more so leaning towards Spence winning that fight. I really would, and by knockout, because I think it'll get gritty and dogged out, and they gonna go blow for blow. You know, go back and look at the fight, especially if you turn the volume off and just watch the fight. Watch that third round with Crawford a damn lie. He did feel Spence caught him with a big left, and you know, buzzed him good. Got him on his bike for a little while, and so just little stuff I see when I watch the fight over and over again. This shit could easily go another way, you know. But Crawford did the right thing. You got a guy that been out the ring for a long time, jump on his motherfucking ass, and that's what he did. Jumped on him with them good punches. And Crawford is a sharp shooter. Now, one thing. Now, here's another thing I will say about Errol Spence. He ain't fought a lot of guys with power. That was another thing that I probably didn't look at like I should have. And sometimes when you ain't used to fighting a guy that can hit hard like you hit, that shit can it can catch you off guard. I mean, it wasn't like he couldn't handle the punches because he didn't quit. They stopped the fight. So it wasn't that. It's just that he wasn't ready for it and he got busted up in there. Everything we thought that was going to happen to Crawford because he swelled up easy and all that, and this happens a lot, especially in shit that you gamble on. It all went the other way. The stuff, what Crawford did, he basically beat Errol at his own game. I would say it like that. That night he beat Errol at his own game. He was more prepared to fight Errol game than Errol was. I would say that. That's how it looked to me. But I clearly think whenever they fight again, it's going to be 10 times the fight we got last. Put it like this, when they fight again, we're going to get the fight we should have got the first time. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to get our money's worth because they're going to go to war like they're supposed to next time if they fight again. The way Bud talking, it might not happen. That's another thing Spence should have thought about when he gave up all his leverage and shit like this. This dude got his own he got some finicky ways. He know damn well he ain't stupid enough to listen to these fans out here. He know it's gonna be rough if they go in there again, regardless of what the fuck he might say. He know it's gonna be a way harder fight than it was last time. So that's probably why he looking at Tim Zoo and all these other motherfuckers, cause he gonna make more money fighting. Only way he can get more money than fighting Errol Spence is go fight Canelo. Point blank period. Outside of that, the fight, if you gonna fight again in Spence, that's where the money gonna be at. You gonna get the lion's share, and the pay-per-views gonna sell regardless of what people saying. That fight selling no matter when you have it. So hopefully they add a fight again, and Spencer get a chance to clear up a lot of the disrespect he getting. I don't like him putting these excuses out here. And even if they reasons, they excuses at this point because you got your ass in the ring. To be honest with you, now that sports gambling is legal, it should be something done about these folks coming in here with injuries and shit like that, and people out here wagering on this shit. I mean, the betting public got a right to know now, especially now that this thing is legalized. You can't be sending guys in there injured like Shakur went in there in the last fight, damn near handicapped, and people out here betting hard-earned money on these dudes. That's almost like a fixed fight to some damn degree, especially to whoever on the inside shit. The people who knew Spence, if they knew was hurt, they just go know to lay them some money on Crawford. You dig? So I think they're gonna have to get some more oversight because this is too many dudes now. I don't even know if it's true what he's saying, to be honest with you. Him or Shakur, but that's what they holler. They was injured, and if that's the case, then it should be some type of penalty on these guys if you going out here telling the fans you finna do this and you finna do that, and you know damn well you ain't physically able to do what you saying. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, to like or subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.